Assalamu alaikum. Having long experience of the domination of the West, generally, and of about 70 years of the existence of Israel, the Muslim world has remained a backyard of the West. When direct occupations had gone, after what they call Second World War, even independences did not change the situation. Leaving aside those Muslim leaders who remained in line, there were some who murmured now and then, and others who practically opposed the domination as far as their wisdom and capabilities went. Apparently, nothing changed. Now, if we look at the present situation of the Muslim world, pessimism is likely to overwhelm us. As if so many projects of the West, Palestine, 9/11, Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran, Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Pakistan, Yemen, Kurds, and so on, to sow discord, alienate people from their countries, disintegrate societies, impose civil wars with the ultimate aim to keep them under subjugation were not enough. Lately, they have assigned Saudi Arabia a new Shia-Sunni mission. Today, the West, the so-called civilized and developed world, stands exposed in front of all the good people of the world, be they Muslims, Christians, Jews, or others. Therefore, Iran, Iraq, and North Korea were not the axis of evil, as George W. Bush, the Christian Zionist and the liar, declared on January 29, 2002. On the contrary, we declare on the basis of historical facts witnessed by the whole world that Israel and Zionists anywhere, whether Jewish or Christian, are collectively the real axis of evil. They have undermined civilization. They have put humanity backward. How far? It is anybody's guess. Any honest observer of the world affairs finds himself bewildered. He finds that there had always been some underlying mischief in any of their agendas. And what they really always wanted was the absolute and unconditional domination of the whole world. The world learned all these and other lessons, some earlier, some later. But now, at last, we have the good news. It is interesting to note how things in these days are quite visibly moving in the Middle East to their right places. And by this I mean blunting Western aggression for now, and finally incapacitating the West on this score. As I prepare this brief message, 14 April, they have attacked Syria once more. Last year, the United States struck Syrian Shayrat Air Base. In 2013, President Obama avoided, because he remained convinced, a military intervention would be a costly failure. Professor Michael Clark observed that Western influence on what has been happening from Lebanon to the Yemen has been in steep decline, and that the future of the area was being determined by Iran, Russia, and partly also by Turkey. And when the attack did happen, strangely, there were no Syrian or Russian casualties. And then the attackers were quick to tell that the attack was one-time affair and had ended, and that it was not against President Assad, and that they did not want regime change, etc. The question is, why were they so caring and friendly? When they attacked Iraq in March 2003, I wrote, if not meter by meter or centimeter by centimeter, at least millimeter by millimeter, but surely and definitely the position of the Zionists from under their feet is getting eroded. Today, this observation stands confirmed. The sum total is that they are in any case, wisely or foolishly, on their way out of the Middle East. And who was their adversary during all their onslaughts and aggression against the Muslim world? When not their governments, the people all over the Muslim world were always in one way or the other under attack. But that was not all. All men of conscience all over the world always felt the pain. How otherwise? Between 6 and 11 million people, according to BBC News, taking part in protests in up to 60 countries over the weekend of 15 and 16 February 2003, or the biggest anti-war rally in London, the largest political demonstration in the city's history, could be explained except by simple and truthful explanation that civilization itself was under Western attack. That they had attacked civilization itself is now wide open and visible in the struggle for peace going on in the Middle East, the heart of the Muslim world. AFP reported from Tehran, quoting Iranian Defense Ministry, that Iran, Iraq, Syria, and Russia held a meeting in Baghdad on Thursday, April 19, of military and security officials to coordinate anti-terrorism. The same day, AFP reported from Berlin that about 500 lawmakers from Germany, France, and Britain urged the United States Congress to support the Iran nuclear deal which President Donald Trump has threatened to abandon. Where Israel and Zionists, whether Jewish or Christian, the real axis of evil, stand today, just after 15 years of their successful manipulation of the Christian world and instigating them to attack the Muslim world. Having confronted all this with the support of all good people of the world, the struggle is inevitably taking a shape of a historic Muslim world civilization initiative. I am speaking from Lahore, and we in Pakistan are getting into shape to join this perhaps the greatest human initiative for peace and civilization on this earth, inshallah.